what's going on. So let's talk about the executive order. Biden preparing executive order on cryptocurrencies. Excuse me. White House reportedly is seeking a central policy role on crypto. Oh, that's reassuring, isn't it? Not to me, it isn't. The Biden administration reportedly is preparing an executive order concerning cryptocurrencies to be issued as early as sometime in February 2022. In preparation, various federal agencies are assessing the risks and opportunities posed by digital currencies, and senior administration officials have held a series of meetings on the matter, sources indicate. Well, nothing's more serious than a series of meetings. The news about the executive order emerged a day after the Federal Reserve released a discussion paper that explores the pros and cons of creating a central bank digital currency. We've talked about this on this show before, the stable currencies. And what that might look like from the central bank digital currency, which seeks public comment through May 2022. The White House apparently is looking to seize the initiative, taking a central role in setting U.S. government policy on cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to get away with the key. Should we do the key takeaways? The Biden administration reportedly is preparing an executive order. A key goal of the order is to develop a coordinated policy response from all agencies and departments within. Again, our governments getting together are never a very good sign when these agencies and everything get together that there is going to be any progress anytime soon. Because, you start taking meetings and start talking about different agencies talking to one another, and the sub-meetings and the committees and the subcommittees, and it never goes anywhere. It doesn't. They've been, remember now we talk about the IRS. The IRS has been updating their IT system for 50 years. Okay, so, well, they've got to do it all the time. I know, but they still tell us it's the oldest antiquated system in government, and yet they have this initiative to update. But so anyway, maintaining U.S. leadership in the global economy is another goal. Well, that's a very good goal to maintain our leadership role. The order may be issued as early as February 2022. News about the order came a day after. Well, we already said that. So federal agencies reportedly have been studying digital currencies and possible policy and regulatory responses to them for several years. We keep seeing all of these regulatory responses, right? They just want, what do they want? Disclosure. Right, I've already been talking about that crypto is kind of as one of the three bad boys that they've been targeting. Right, the wealthy, crypto, and the tax gap. These are the three things they've really been focusing on to try to tell us how they have to invade our privacies in order to pay, bring down the tax gap. It's an evil thing because people aren't paying their fair share, and we wouldn't want that. We want people to pay their fair share. Okay, so meanwhile, this fragmented effort of the attendant lack of clarity about the overall direction of U.S. policy has been a source of frustration to participants in the growing cryptocurrency market. Okay, I don't think many people in the cryptocurrency market are thinking, we need the federal government to get involved. Now, I do hear that a lot, but I don't think the participants, those people are buying and selling, are thinking, no, we really need the government to come in and start making sure that all's well, because that'll really free things up and give us the freedom that we need. There's not a lot of people saying that, at least in my opinion. Also, some observers are concerned that the decisions by other major nations to issue CBDCs may threaten the dominance of the U.S. dollar in the global economy. Yeah, well, if their governments are as any bureaucratic as ours, we don't have to worry about it. The Office of Comptroller of the Currency, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission are among the regulatory bodies within the U.S. federal government that have issued guidance letters, released informal statements, or engaged in public and rulemaking efforts regarding how the emerging crypto industry should comply with federal laws and regulations. However, these efforts have not been coordinated so far. What the executive order may contain. The executive order, repeatedly under development, will address the economic, regulatory, and national security challenges posed by cryptocurrencies. It will also issue a call for various federal agencies to submit reports in the second half of 2022. we want results. Okay, well we'll get together. We'll put together a report. And we'll send out these reports, and that'll really give us a direction on which way to go. So that's what our government. That's what all governments call action. We're going to come up with a report, tell you what's going on, what we found after we spend tons of money to figure out what's going on, which we all should know to read the paper. That's why this show, cryptocurrency, we talk about cryptocurrencies. Okay. Meanwhile, the executive order is expected to assign specific roles to a broad spectrum of federal departments and agencies in developing a comprehensive U.S. digital asset strategy. Does that government ease or what? Hey, we're going to look into this and we'll let you know what we find. These departments and agencies range from, for example, the U.S. Department of State to the U.S. Department of Commerce. We already talked about the Securities Exchange Commission and the FINRA and all these others also. So they're just listing them all. List them all. In the Department of Commerce, a key objective will be ensuring that the U.S. remains competitive amid the exploding growth of digital assets worldwide. The executive order is also expected to comment on the possibility of issuing a U.S. CBDC, the central bank digital currency. However, it will probably refrain from staking out a firm position while the Fed continues to study the matter. Well, it's firm, yet flexible. As noted above, the Fed's study paper released on January invites the public to submit comments through May. Processing and following up on these comments is likely to take several additional months, at least. And I didn't put that in. That's in the story, at least. Okay, so anyway, that's that story. I wanted to also there's a couple other good stories. This is just a Bank of America says stablecoin adoption and CBDC is inevitable. I think that's true down the road. It's inevitable. A recent note from Bank of America analyst said that the CBDC would differ from a digital currencies currently available because it would be a liability of the Federal Reserve and not a commercial bank. Well, that would make it different, wouldn't it? Here's